Good morning, everyone, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to my presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about annuity, which is my final assignment in mathematics. I hope you enjoy and learn something new from today. Let's start with a little introduction. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Syahla Puteri and I'm from grade 11, Charites. I choose the topic annuity because it is something that we will actually use in real life, especially when dealing with loans, savings, and investments. Okay, so have you ever heard of the word annuity before? If yes, that's wonderful. But if you don't worry, by the end of this presentation, you'll definitely understand what annuity is. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Why do we feel the need to learn about annuity? Or why do we have to learn about annuity? So, in simple, we learn about annuity because it is very useful in financial life. It helps us understand how loans and savings actually work, not just the money we pay, but also the interest we gain or owe. So it is a fundamental concept in financial mathematics that builds on simple and compound interest, helping you understand real-world applications like loans and savings, as I said before, and this knowledge is crucial for personal finance, allowing you to make informed decisions about savings for the future, managing debt, and understanding investment growth over time. It provides the mathematical foundation needed for more complex financial topics in higher grades, such as understanding present and future values. So, let me give you an example. Maybe in the future we want to buy a motorcycle, a car, a house, or even save money for something we want. Annuity helps us to calculate how much we need to pay or how much we will receive over time. So learning annuity now will make us smarter in managing money in the future. Okay, enough talking about that. I hope you have the urge to study annuity. So now let's move on to what is annuity, or the definition of annuity. So, everyone, an annuity is a payment or receipt made periodically and regularly over a certain period. An annuity can be described as a process of payments of the same amount made at regular intervals. In short, an annuity can be defined as an installment. Okay, without any further ado, let's start by the basic components. So you will see 4 basic components in the annuity, which are principal amount, interest rate, loan term, and number of payment periods. So, principal amount. So principal amount is the initial amount borrowed. For interest rate, it is the percentage charged on the loan used to calculate the interest portion of each payment. Loan term, the total duration of the loan, for example, 1 year or 5 years. And number of payment periods, the number of payments that will be made over the term of the loan, such as 12 or monthly payments or 4 quarterly payments. Okay, so for the next slide, this slide shows on how annuities appear in real life. 1. Insurance or pension contributions are an example of annuity because people pay a fixed amount regularly over time. Second, investments that generate steady income also relate to annuity because they give regular payments back to the investor. And credit, like mortgages and vehicle loans, use annuity too because the borrower pays equal installments every month. So, annuity is not just math, it is used in everyday financial activities. I hope you understand. So let's move on to the formula. Now we will move to the most important part, the annuity formula. This formula helps us to calculate how much we have to pay every month when we take a loan or make regular payments. So there are actually so many formulas, and this is what I have summarized. Here, A is the annuity or the monthly installment. M is the total loan or money borrowed. E is the interest rate per month. And N is the number of months. So basically, this formula tells us how much do I need to pay every month so that my loan is finished exactly on time. Okay, after knowing the monthly payment, we also want to know how much of that payment is interest and how much is principal. Here, BN represents the interest for month N and AN represents the principal portion for month N. At the beginning, the interest is big and the principal is small. But every month, the interest gets smaller and the principal gets bigger. That's why loans feel easier over time. And the next slide will show how the loan is paid month by month. So I will explain each column briefly. So the first column is the month. Second column is the remaining loan at the start of the month. Third is the monthly interest. Fourth, the principal payment. And last, the remaining loan after the payment. I have put all the formulas there, so you can just look at it and try to stimulate your brain on how the formula works. So every month we pay the same amount, but the interest decreases and the principal increases until the remaining balance finally becomes zero. Now that we understand the formulas and the table, let's solve a real problem to make everything clearer. Now, let's move on to the questions. I have already provided questions, and I will read it first. Lala takes out a loan of $15,000 with an interest rate of 1.5% per month over a period of 3 years. If the loan is to be repaid with the monthly annuity system, determine A. The amount of the annuity. B. The remaining loan balance after Lala makes 20 months of installments. C. Calculate the ninth interest. Okay, don't panic guys, because we have already learned about the formulas, right? Now we just have to know how the formulas work. So this is why we have to try to solve the question. So we will try to answer it. I'm going to give you a tip. So the tip is, before you're trying to solve a problem, try to analyze the information that has been given by the questions. For example, here we have already known that the principal M is 15,000 and interest rate E is 1.5% or 0.015 per month. Period T for 3 years, or we could convert them into months, which is 36 months. Okay, so I will try to explain it in my mother language, which is Indonesia. Nah, jadi setelah kita menemukan pakai formula apa, yaitu di sini kita kan ada anuitasnya. Jadi masukin rumus yang M dikali I dibagi 1 dikurang buka kurung 1 tambah I tutup kurung dipangkatkan minus N, yang dimana tadi udah diketahui kalau misalkan M itu prinsipalnya, yaitu interest rate-nya, dan di sini tuh kita prioritaskan yang di dalam kurung dulu, baru nanti kita fokus ke pangkatnya, baru nanti bisa dikurang dengan yang satu itu. Nah terus masukin aja M-nya tadi 15.000 dikali 0,015 yang tadi kita udah convert, terus dibagi 1 dikurang buka kurung 1 tambah 0.015 tutup kurung dipangkatkan dengan minus 36 bulan. Nah dari situ kita udah bisa dapat nih kalau yang M dikali I-nya itu hasilnya 225.000 dibagi dan hasilnya tadi yang di bawah denominatornya itu 0,414911 yang dimana anuitasnya kita temuin 542.28. And for the next one is B. The remaining loan balance after Lala makes 20 months of installments. Nah, di sini installment itu cicilan, teman-teman. Jadi kita pakaiin rumus yang SN. Nah, SN itu remaining balance after K months. Jadi di sini K itu sebagai jumlah dari berapa bulan sih gitu. Terus A itu annuity-nya yang tadi kita udah nemuin, dan I itu interest rate-nya, dan N itu total months yang tadi 36 bulan. Terus K itu months paid-nya kan kata dia 20 months. Nah, tinggal masukin aja ke rumusnya teman-teman. Fokusin di numeratornya dulu, baru denominatornya, karena numeratornya ada perpangkatan dan juga tutup buka kurungnya. Nah, di sini tinggal masukin aja anuitas dikali 1 dikurang 1 tambah I pangkat minus buka kurung N dikurang K tutup kurung dibagi I. Nah, di sini setelah kita masukin denominatornya itu hasilnya 0,015 karena interest rate-nya konstan karena tidak dipengaruhi oleh yang lain-lain. Dan kalau misalkan yang numeratornya itu tuh dipangkatin dulu, lebih tepatnya kita jumlahkan terus baru kita pangkatkan. Nah, pas itu baru kita kurang 1, dan dimana hasilnya itu anuitas dikali yang telah kita jumlahkan tadi, yakni 542.28 dikali 14 dik 16.2267, yang dimana hasilnya remaining balance after 20 months itu 7.680.68. Terus teman-teman, di sini juga ada yang C, kita bakalan jawab calculate the ninth interest. Oke, jadi pertama-tama kita harus tahu dulu nih cicilannya. Kisaran pertamanya berapa yang kita ketahui tadi itu tuh pakai rumus BN, yang dimana N-nya itu periodnya, jadi M dikali I, yang dimana M-nya tadi itu 15.000 dikali 0.015 yang hasilnya 225. Terus kita harus nyari A1 ini A dikurang B1. Dapatlah dari hasil yang tadi anuitas dikurang B1 nya jadinya 317,28. Okay, from this we can calculate the 9th installment. Jadi pakain aja rumus A9, yang dimana A9 itu A1 buka kurung 1 ditambah I tutup kurung N dikurang 1, yang dimana itu 317,28 dikalikan dengan 1.015 dipangkatkan 8, yang dimana hasilnya itu bakal 317,28 dikali 1.126493, yang dimana A9 itu kurang lebih 357,45. So the interest for the 9th month can be found using B9. Oke teman-teman, semoga paham ya sampai sini. Okay, thank you everyone for watching until the end. I hope you guys understand and learn something new from this video. Sebelum saya akhiri, saya akan menutup dengan pantun. Burung dara, burung cendrawasih. Cukup sekian dan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.